Pinocchio. Once there lived a puppet maker named Geppetto. One day Geppetto was in his workshop carving a puppet out of the wooden piece which he got from his good old carpenter friend.
I will call my puppet Pinocchio.
As Geppetto started carving, he was startled to hear a squeal.
Ouch! Can't you be careful?
This puppet has life!
Geppetto was very excited and started to carve the head, hair and eyes, which stared at him. But when he started to carve the nose, something strange happened. The nose started growing longer and longer, and no matter how much Geppetto cut it, it just stayed long.
Naughty fellow, when I chisel a mouth for you, you stick your tongue out at me. When I carve your hands, you snatch my wig. And when I carve your legs, you dare kick me.
Pinocchio then started running all around the room.
Hey, stop, you horrible fellow! I will box your ears to teach you a lesson.
You forgot my ears.
But then he said sorry to Geppetto. Geppetto forgave him and made him a suit from pretty flowered paper, shoes of tree bark, and a fancy hat made of soft bread.
Oh, these are so cool. I'm gonna call you Dad from now.
Time passed by, and one day Pinocchio went up to his father.
Dad, I would like to go to school to learn and become smart.
I too want that, son, but I don't have money to even buy you a book.
Geppetto then put on his tweed coat and left the house, returning a little later with a book in his hands.
Dad, you sold your coat to buy this?
Don't worry about me, son. You just get ready for school.
Oh, Dad, I will go to school and make you proud.
Off Pinocchio went to school. On the way, he saw a large crowd.
What's happening, brother?
That's the great puppet show.
I want to see the show, but I don't have any money. Maybe I can sell my book.
A junk seller bought Pinocchio's book, and he went in. There he saw several other puppets. Just then, Giovanni, the puppet master, walked in.
You all better behave yourselves, or else.
After the act, Giovanni went home to cook his dinner. Other puppets joined him as well.
I need more firewood. I will use that Pinocchio to cook my meat. Come here, boy. I need some wood to cook my meat.
Oh, please don't! Dad, please come and save me!
Your father is alive?
Yes, sir, and he really loves me.
Okay. I will use another puppet. Luigi, bring me Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn is just a baby. If you must, please burn me.
You are a good boy. I will let you off. Come, tell me about yourself.
Pinocchio narrates his tale to Giovanni.
Your father is a good man. Take these 5 gold coins and buy him a new coat.
Oh, thank you so much.
On his way back, Pinocchio passes through a forest where he meets a half-blind cat and a lame fox. Pinocchio happily tells them of his gold coins, and the two wily creatures hatch a plan to rob him.
Madam Cat, let's tell him the secret of how to grow a tree full of gold coins.
If you say so.
We are sharing this secret with you only. Now, let us go to the inn and celebrate our new friendship.
The next morning, the fox and cat had already left, so Pinocchio had to pay with his gold coin for the meal and their stay. As he made his way to the forest, he heard a fierce voice.
Stop! Give the money or die!
The bandits were the fox and cat. Pinocchio had hidden his gold coins under his tongue, and the bandits couldn't find them. They then tied a noose around his neck and hung him from an oak tree.
Hang there till you give us the coins. We will be back soon.
Oh, Father, please help me.
A fairy in a nearby felt sorry for the poor puppet. She summoned a hawk and dog.
Hawk, fly to the oak tree and snip the rope. And dog, bring that boy here.
When Pinocchio woke up, he was in a warm bed at the castle. After some bitter medicine, Pinocchio recovered fast.
Tell me what happened.
Pinocchio related his tale to the fairy, but told her that he had lost the coins, though they were hidden in his pocket. But as soon as he said the lie, Pinocchio's nose started to grow.
My dear, I know you are lying because your nose is growing longer and longer.
I'm so sorry.
I forgive you this time, but don't ever lie again. Take the gold coins to your father and don't get cheated again.
Pinocchio hugged the fairy and left, but he again met the fox and cat and was convinced by them to sew the coins. The next day, the cat and fox had made away with his coins, and he returned home with nothing.
I'm sorry for everything, Father. Do forgive me.
Geppetto forgave his son. Soon it was time for Pinocchio to go to school, but he was led astray again by Carlo, the good-for-nothing boy in class.
Hey, Pinocchio, where are you heading?
To school, of course.
What a waste of time. Come with me to Toyland. No one studies there. A wagon will be coming in the evening.
A large wagon pulled by 12 pairs of donkeys soon arrived, and Pinocchio and Carlo scrambled in.
Whee!
Toyland, here we come.
However, Pinocchio was in for a rude shock. Carlo's and his ears became long and hairy, their faces began to change, and they turned into donkeys. They could now only bray. At the market, Carlo was sold to a farmer, and Pinocchio was sold to a circus owner, who made him perform at the circus. One day, while jumping through the hoop, Pinocchio stumbled and fell. Alas, no one wanted a lame donkey. But then a little man came by to buy the donkey, to flay his skin and make a drum for the village band. Pinocchio wept when he heard this. His new master led him to the sea and tied a large stone around his neck to drown him so that he could flay his skin. Pinocchio called out to the fairy to help him once more.
Dear fairy, please forgive me this last time. I promise I will never do anything stupid again.
I can hear Pinocchio crying out for help. The stupid fellow. Mermyfish, hear me. Go immediately and save the donkey with a stone around its neck. Thank you, Mermyfish.
The fish nibbled away the donkey flesh off Pinocchio, and he once again became a live puppet. However, his adventures were not yet over. Right behind him appeared a large shark. Pinocchio tried to swim fast, but a huge wave of water swept him right into the shark's mouth.
It is so dark. Anyone there? Please help.
Suddenly, he noticed a pale light and went towards it.
Father, is it really you?
My son! I never thought I would see you again. I couldn't find you on land, so I searched for you at sea. But my boat capsized. I was swallowed by the shark.
Oh, Father, thank God we're both alive. Now let's see how to get out of here.
Pinocchio and his father climbed up the shark's stomach, but near the jaws they got scared. However, the shark was sleeping with its mouth open in shallow waters, so Pinocchio and his father jumped out and quickly swam ashore.
Father, you're running a fever. You rest in that hut, and I will try to find some milk for you. There's a farmer nearby. Sir, may I have some milk for my sick father?
Give me money and I will give you milk.
I have no money, sir.
Well then, work the treadmill for me from morning to noon, and I will give you the milk. Good. Start tomorrow morning, and here, take this milk for your father.
Pinocchio ran to give the milk to his father. He worked hard, and soon his father recovered. Both of them then returned home. Pinocchio now became a responsible son. He weaved reed baskets and sold them. One day he heard that his friend the fairy was ill.
Father, I should help my friend.
So Pinocchio sent money to the fairy.
My dear Pinocchio, he is silly, but has a heart of gold.
One night, the fairy visited Pinocchio in his dreams, promising him a grand reward. The next morning, when Pinocchio looked in the mirror, a handsome stranger with blue eyes and brown hair looked back at him.
Father, come quick!
Oh, goodness gracious, I can't believe my eyes. See, you changed from an irresponsible and silly boy to a generous fellow, and you have been rewarded.
Thus, Pinocchio, the handsome young lad, lived happily with his dear father ever after.